The morning sun had just climbed above the skyline when the glass doors of Sterling Enterprises slid open, and the staff hurried into the grand lobby. But everything stopped, literally froze, when a tiny voice cracked through the quiet hum of the building. A little girl, no more than 7, stood trembling near the reception desk, her backpack slipping off her shoulders, her hair messy as if she had run a very long way. Her eyes were swollen from crying, and her voice was barely holding itself together as she looked up at the tall man in a charcoal suit. "Sir, my mom isn't waking up," she whispered. And in that moment, the entire corporate world around her seemed to collapse into silence. The man she spoke to, Aaron Voss, the famously cold, unreachable CEO, stopped breathing for a second, as if her words had struck somewhere deep, somewhere long buried. He bent down slowly, his voice unsteady. "What? What do you mean she isn't waking up?" And the girl's lips trembled again. "Please, please help me. If you believe kindness and second chances can change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Touch of Kindness before the story continues." Aaron had built a reputation stronger than steel. Ruthless in meetings, merciless in decisions, never allowing emotions near his business. But something in the girl's eyes shattered that shell. Maybe it was because she looked like someone he once failed to save. He didn't know her name yet, but he knew one thing. He couldn't walk away. Her name, he learned, was Mara. Her mother, Sana, worked as a janitorial assistant in the building, usually on the late shift, cleaning floors when everyone else was gone. Mara explained that Sana had been sick for days, but refused to miss work. That morning, when Mara tried to wake her up, she didn't move. No matter how hard she shook her, no matter how loudly she cried. Aaron didn't hesitate. "Take me to her," he said, and the words came out before he realized he had spoken them. His entire management team stared, stunned. This man didn't personally handle emergencies, didn't step out of his schedule for anyone. But he took Mara's tiny hand in his large, trembling one and guided her to his car. They drove through the dusty morning streets, sunlight flickering through the windshield as Mara kept wiping her tears with the sleeves of her little sweater. Aaron noticed the bruises under her eyes, the exhaustion of a child forced to grow up too soon. He remembered that feeling too well. His own mother had collapsed once, when he was 10. He still remembered the panic, the helplessness, the fear of losing the only person who ever loved him. He had survived, but the memory hardened him, made him bury softness so deep he forgot where he left it. Until now. When they reached the small apartment, the air felt heavy with worry. The door creaked open, and there Sana lay on the thin mattress, sunlight brushing against her pale face. She wasn't dead, Aaron realized with a rush of relief, but she was far too weak, barely breathing. He immediately called for his private medical team, his voice sharp with urgency he hadn't felt in years. As they worked, Mara sat in the corner with her knees to her chest, silent tears rolling down her cheeks. Aaron walked over and gently sat beside her. "She's going to get help now," he murmured. Mara didn't look up. "She works all night, and still cooks for me in the morning. She never buys anything for herself. She says one day things will get better." Her voice cracked. "But things never get better, sir." Something inside Aaron broke. This wasn't just a sick mother. This was a story of survival, of love stretched beyond limits, of a child holding on to dreams already slipping away. When the paramedics finally carried Sana out, Mara clung to her hand until the last possible second. Aaron placed his hand gently on her shoulder. "You'll ride with me. I'll stay with you." At the hospital, hours crawled by like slow-moving shadows. Doctors confirmed what Aaron had feared: severe exhaustion, untreated infection, malnutrition, and dangerously low blood pressure. She had pushed herself for too long. Through it all, Aaron stayed. Not the CEO, not the tycoon, just a man who remembered what it felt like to nearly lose a mother. By noon, Sana opened her eyes weakly. The first thing she searched for was her daughter. And the moment she saw her, Mara burst into her arms, sobbing with relief. Sana whispered, "I'm here, my angel. I'm here." Tears slipped down even Aaron's face. Tears he didn't bother to hide. Before leaving the room, Sana called him back. "Sir, thank you. I didn't think anyone would help someone like me." And for the first time in years, Aaron smiled softly. "I didn't help someone like you. I helped a mother who loves her child." That day changed everything. Aaron arranged full medical care for Sana, improved working conditions for his entire staff, and quietly set up an education fund for Mara, on one condition, that she keeps smiling. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Touch of Kindness. It truly supports stories that remind us humanity still exists. Special request. Comment. Kindness lives, if you want more emotional real-life stories like this.